Now, 9 days after Bashar al-Assad's ouster, Western nations including France, the EU and Italy are cautiously reopening diplomatic channels with Syria's new Islamist-led government despite its continued designation as a terrorist entity. France raised its flag in Damascus after a 12-year embassy closure, signaling a shift towards engagement. However, European leaders emphasize the importance of preventing the rise of extremist groups and closely monitoring the treatment of minorities. Rabindra Chauhan reports.
9 days after Bashar al-Assad was ousted, Western countries are gradually opening channels to the new authorities in Damascus, led by the Islamist Hayat Tahrir al-Sham group, though they continue to designate it a terrorist group. France, a key early backer of the uprising, sent a delegation to Damascus on Tuesday with Special Envoy Jean-François Guillaume, saying his country was preparing to stand with Syrians during the transitional period. French flag was raised over France's embassy on Damascus Tuesday after 12 years of closure. The European Union is also reaching out to Syria's new leadership to reopen its delegation in the country. European Commission President Ursula von der Leyen stated that Brussels would intensify its direct engagement with Syria's new Islamist-led rulers, but cautioned that the resurgence of Islamic State extremists in Syria must be prevented.
Indeed, we have always maintained our presence in Syria to support those in need, while respecting the principle no contact, no cooperation, no funding to the Assad regime. But now we have to step up and continue our direct engagement with HTS and other factions.
Italian Prime Minister Giorgia Meloni said her country is ready to engage with Syria's new leadership, but urged maximum caution, particularly over their treatment of Christians.
Italy, the only one of the G7 nations to have an open embassy in Damascus, is ready to engage with the new Syrian leadership, obviously in a context of shared assessments and actions with European and international partners. The first signs seem encouraging, but the maximum caution is needed.
Germany joined US, UK in making diplomatic contact with Syria's HTS, expanding Western contacts with the new administration. Iran said that its embassy in Syria would reopen once the necessary conditions are met. Iran's diplomatic mission was vandalized following the ouster of Tehran ally Bashar al-Assad.
The reopening of the embassy in Damascus requires preparation, the most important thing of which is ensuring safety and the security of the embassy and its staff. This issue is on the agenda and we will work on it as soon as the necessary conditions are provided on the security and the political fronts.
As the new Syrian administration steps up efforts to establish diplomatic relations, the road ahead on the economic front remains uncertain. Syrian caretaker Prime Minister Mohammed al-Bashar stated that Syria has very low foreign currency reserves. Syrians are facing soaring prices, a scarcity of essential goods, and high transportation costs due to a fuel shortage.
Why has transportation become expensive? Because we cannot secure diesel. The diesel has paralyzed our movement. If diesel was provided, the situation of passengers would be normal and very good.
As Western states gradually open channels to the new authorities in Damascus, the administration faces an economic crisis. The world is closely watching to see if Syria's new rulers can stabilize the country and avoid unleashing violent revenge after a 13-year civil war fought along sectarian and ethnic lines. Rabindra Chauhan reports for DD India.